Ms. Fagan, have you communicated that to your client in terms of is that to correctly summarize the plea agreement or the potential plea offer, I should say?
The only change was that he wasn't aware of the concurrent status for the second case. At this time, though, he still maintains a not guilty plea.
Sure.
Respectfully rejects the offer, and we announce ready for trial.
Okay, Mr. Mender, I'll tell you and I'll tell Mr. Beebe and Mr. Stevens the same thing, okay? At this point, you have the absolute right to plead not guilty, and that's what the law will presume, and depending upon the results or the outcome of the trial. The only thing I would tell you, Mr. Mender, is the most, and I'm sure that Ms. Fagan, she's a very fine attorney. Seen her work.
Atlanta area criminal defense attorney Nicole Fegan now needs a lawyer of her own after being arrested in Gwinnett County Friday and booked into the Fulton County Jail. Police say she told a murder suspect he was wanted and to ditch his phone. This stems from a September 2022 deadly shooting in downtown Atlanta. Atlanta police say she contacted a suspect in the case to tell him he was wanted and then told him to dispose of his phone. Detectives say Fegan was not representing the suspect she called and learned about the warrant during a court hearing related to the shooting.
You know you got a warrant, right?
No, sir. Right, Wendy, you know, most people know Nicole Fegan for her work in the YSL RICO indictment. Now, we were here this evening when she was booked into jail, and it really didn't take long before she bonded out. And tonight she's facing some pretty serious allegations that date back to a 2022 murder investigation.
Go check my profile. I beat the verdict.
When it comes to her social media, criminal defense attorney Nicole Fegan isn't shy about showing off the results that she gets for her clients.
I don't know about y'all, but I really do this. I'm proud of myself. But then when he's like, you might not remember because it was a long time ago, but you got me out of jail, that makes me feel good.
In fact, at times, judges have praised her for her work, including this moment in 2022 ahead of the Young Slime Life RICO trial.
Ms. Fagan, she's a very fine attorney. Seen her work.
But tonight, Fagan is in need of her own defense after police arrested her Friday on charges of participating in criminal street gang activity and criminal solicitation to commit the offense of tampering with evidence. Those charges stem from an investigation into a 2022 murder in downtown Atlanta. Police accused Fagan of reaching out to a suspect who wasn't her client and warning him to get rid of his phone because police were coming to arrest him. Attorney Renee Rockwell told me she spent the afternoon at the district attorney's office where they were able to agree on a $40,000 bond. Fagan was released from jail just before 9 tonight. In fact, we were the only station there as a bail bondsman dropped off the paperwork.
Channel 2's Michael Seiden back out live with us again from the Fulton County Jail. So, Michael, you've learned that one of the conditions of her bond is to stay away from gang members. But her client in the YSL indictment is an alleged gang member, so how exactly will that work?
You know, Winnie, that's what makes things so interesting. So Nicole Fegan, she's representing Tanquarius Mender. His case was actually severed. That's because she was pregnant, so he'll stand trial at a later date. But I spoke with Renee Rockwell, who was basically helping to get this bond, and we talked about that condition, and she basically told me, you know, that's a good question. We're going to have to work with the DA's office. Again, her client is an alleged gang member, but still, as you can imagine, those bond conditions are going to be pretty tight. We are still working to get an answer from the prosecution. Wendy?
Well, Michael, the twists and turns around that YSL case continue. Thank you for that. Now, a lot of the chaos in this case has involved the lawyers. Fagan and another lawyer had their clients' cases severed last March because they were pregnant. Nearly every public defender left the case saying they were not getting paid enough. And just today, the last public defender made a deal to stay on the case. And this isn't even the first lawyer arrest either. One attorney was handcuffed after bringing prescription medication into the courtroom, and another had his laptop seized in the middle of court. Police later said his client was using the computer to chat with a deputy about contraband.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in once again. And as I said before, 2024 is the year to expect the unexpected. And whenever something new happened that you think shocked you a little bit, No, it's gonna be plenty more to come in the world we living in today. It's now we back in Fulton County that has been full of nothing less than drama with these last few years, with everything going on from alleged gang cases of YSL and also YFN and other groups in Atlanta. And some people have played out, but the ones who haven't are innocent until proven guilty. And all of that getting tied all the way up to Donald Trump inside of Fulton County. And as I tell y'all, if they had a real live documentary of this right now, this is gonna really be a story to tell if you tell it the right way. And I had a link in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full to get the entire context from Law and Crime Network, Fox 5, and WSB TV. And I put those there to show a little bit of the background coming from the lawyer. In the very beginning, our first time seeing her when she was representing Aquarius Mender, and he decided to reject the plea deal and not admit to the crimes that he was accused of, meaning he's innocent until proven guilty, to the point where his case got separated because she was pregnant. And I'm gonna get a little bit into the write-up in just a second to kind of go back over so people who missed it to understand what they are saying. Now, how does this tie into Young Thug? He's an alleged gang member. He's part of YSL, allegedly the gang. Now, they have stood firm. This is a record label. They all innocent until proven guilty. In this situation right here, this case that they talking about with her ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with YSL. They tying her in on something else. I don't know the law. I don't know the rules, so I ain't gonna come on here and fake. But I tell you like this, bro. It seemed like they reaching and geeking to try to charge her with something where, and this is my perspective. Let me tell y'all the real. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. All these lawyers, all these judges, all these prosecutors, all these DAs, they all just be interchanging sides. The DAs be lawyers at one point, right? Then you got prosecutors that was lawyers at one point. Then certain prosecutors, meaning they going after people to arrest them, they'll go back to being a lawyer to defend them. And then some of them go up to be judges and go to be other things. So it's like, y'all playing on both sides regardless. And for them to go charge her with that, I'm like, does that really stick? Because as a lawyer, if you know you want to get somebody on the case, how's she gonna get a gang charge in that situation when it's like, hold on, I know I'm finna represent him, so let me go ahead and give him some game. Do I really need to be on the case if I got ties to being a lawyer for him? That's the goal, is to help your client beat the case. And I don't know, maybe you can't do it until they're officially on paper. Maybe that's a technicality, but if she's trying to, hey, I want to get you on my team, let me go ahead and give you some advice and show you, don't do this, don't do that, and then hire me as your lawyer, we gonna work. But I do know, I've seen before that they say, pay me $1, so now I'm your lawyer, so now I can give you advice. So that might be that legal window. I'm going to say innocent till proven guilty on her part and anybody else's. Now, we just seen what's been happening with Fonnie Willis. She is the DA over all of these cases, including the YSL one. Mender, they told him if he didn't take that plea deal, that he had I think it was 4 counts that he was facing and everything like that. He said, I'm going to trial for it. So she gonna do that one separately. I don't know how that's gonna play out because they told her she can't be around no gang members, but in his case, he is alleged. That's not confirmed. Now, with Fonnie Willis and everything, we see what happened with her. She's sitting in the courtroom now. She fights some accusations of her dealing with one of her prosecutors in an illegal and unprofessional manner. We saw her speaking everything like that. They also indicted Donald Trump in that case where they got accused of that. That's some real live scandal type of business going on where they gonna find up any type of dirt. Let's go ahead and add this out. She wanna play games, you wanna play with them people, we just gotta see. She claimed her innocence on it. She said, hey, my relationship with my client, the guy that works for me, is nothing more than us doing what we do. When I 1, 2 thing, ain't got nothing to do with no favors, ain't got nothing illegal going on. I'm not there, I just gotta wait and see how they play out. Well, now with her case right here, all this is getting tied in and turning this into everybody in Fulton County. It's nothing but the seeds that I was telling y'all about. controversy, chaos, conflict, confusion, and confrontation. And the write-up says this: Nicole Fegan, who represented to Aquarius Mender in the YSL RICO trial, was charged with criminal street gang activity and criminal solicitation to commit the offense of tampering with evidence. According to the Atlanta Police Department, Fagan was brought to the attention of investigators during the investigation of a deadly double shooting at William Street and Baker Street on September 27, 2022. Investigators say Fagan contacted one of the people involved and told him about an active warrant for his arrest. Later, during the preliminary hearing, it was revealed Fagan had told that man to dispose of his phone before police arrested him. Fagan was taken into custody in Gwinnett County and will be transported to the Fulton County Jail. Renee Rockwell, a fellow defense attorney, says Fagan is innocent of those charges. She says Fagan has agreed to a $40,000 bond. She was released from jail around 10 p.m. on Friday. So she is out now. She's the second lawyer in this trial that we seen arrested. And that is crazy. It's not from this trial, but two lawyers working the same trial getting arrested, bro. It do look wild. Most definitely condolences to the people who lost their life in that situation right there and stuff. But this is the type of stuff I expect lawyers to do, whether the client is innocent or guilty. Anything you can say will be used to get you in the court of law. So they just tell people, hey, get rid of the phones, anything, because we don't know what you really got going on, whether you did or didn't. We know that's going to be used to get you in this case. That's what I say. It's not like these positions that these people hold, and I'm not here to I'm not God. I'm not perfect. I'm flawed, but it ain't like these are some moral jobs or positions that these people work inside of these courtrooms, bro. It's all about getting over, playing the game, and a lot of them actually, even if they working against each other, still be cool, bro. They'll still go have lunch together. Tell me what y'all think. We got more videos, all at 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot. More coming.